And it's game 2 of the Coalfield Shootout here in Madison Civic Center in lovely Madison, West Virginia, nestled in deep in Boone County down here in southern West Virginia.
Gateway to the Coalfields.
And it's 1-0, advantage West Virginia against out-of-state schools. 1-1. Belfry knocked off Westside in the first action, but then last game, as some of you may have seen, if not, it is available on there. Pike County Central, Kentucky, led by Hobo McCoy, who went absolutely berserko and dropped 42 points. And if you don't know who that team is, and if you want to see a 40-point performance, check that game out. It was definitely worth it to be put on a show.
That's correct. Yeah, he was electric from all over the floor time he got up. You know, we've seen him athletic, run up and down the floor, made threes, made twos. People in his face, it really didn't matter. It was his night.
And now coming back here to this game, this is a game what a lot of people have been waiting for. I know everyone down in Logan has been waiting a very, 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 very long time. I know it hasn't even been quite a year yet since they've been crowned AAA state champions. But I know from speaking with Coach Hatcher and these players, they're hungry. They're ready to prove that they're just as good as the team without Noah Cottrell this year. The WVU recruit, top 50 player in the country last year, if I'm not mistaken. The top 75, excuse me.
Top 75.
And you know, they've been wanting to defend the state championship. Why not defend the state championship against an out-of-state team?
Well, you know, Coach Kingery went down and he got this team. If I'm not mistaken, it was about an 8-9 year stint where Jason coached in Virginia, and I think this is one of the teams out of either his region or his section that he played. So there's a lot of bonds here for Coach Kingery, and we're glad that this Brookpoint team, made it up. You know, the weather wasn't bad for them. I hope they had good travels. Let's hope they're able to tune it in, and we see a good ball game.
And their head coach, Joey Kania, actually does have some ties with Southern West Virginia. He was a long-time assistant coach under Tom Sutherland at West Virginia Tech, a legendary coach, and at Tech when they were in NCAA Division II and NAIA in the WVIAC. And so he's making a little bit of a homecoming. He's originally from Fayette County, from what I understand. And, you know, Logan, here they come walking out in the court, as some of you are watching right now. Cool, calm, and collected. You know, following in is Coach Hatcher, giving his daughter a hug as a freshman cheerleader, making her grand appearance as a Logan lady cat, you know.
You know, that's got to make Coach proud, too, seeing, you know, he put so many kids through the school system, you know, to see, you know, one of his own come through and be, hopefully she'll be successful at Logan High School.
And, you know, high expectations for this Logan team this year, as they are led by 2 returning All-Staters in Deontay Coleman and Paul Williamson, both D1 prospects. The season preview didn't get put up on the internet due to technical difficulties, but they did say in the interview with us, exclusively with WVSN, Deontay, I believe, is weighing both football and basketball offers. Maybe Marshall was one rumored school, but we'll get into that more of that later. But before we hear the opening preview, it would be a shame not to get you the starting lineup. So, John, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about the Brookpoint starters today?
Helen Brookpoint, Virginia, head coach Joey, how'd you say his last name?
Joey Kania.
He'll be sending a 5'8" sophomore, C's Carter. He'll be wearing number 3. And he got another guard back there with him, 5'11" sophomore, Mario Gills. He'll be wearing number 5. We're going to have a 6'3" junior swingman, Ryan Corp. He'll be wearing number 14. Philip Holmes will be another man down low for Brookpoint, be 6'5". He's a senior, wearing number 24. And finishing it out, number 30, Jalen Cotton, a 6'5" sophomore.
And real quick for your Logan starters, as they're getting ready to be introduced, as we mentioned already, Paul Herbert Williamson. His dad was a D1 basketball player at Marshall University, Paul Williamson. So he's followed in his father's footsteps and inherited some of that great athleticism, as he is a 6'3" senior guard weighing 190, and he'll be flanked by other co-star Deontay Coleman, the 6'2", 180 senior. And then at point guard, they have Seth Hayner, a transfer from Mann High School. He's a 5'11" junior listed at 155 pounds. And then down low, they have they have a 4-man Stevie Browning, a junior, 6'3", 160. He has a lot of upside, John. As also Trevor Andrews is another big name that's in addition to Logan County. He's a transfer out of Ontario out of Ontario, Toronto, Ontario.
Canada. Yeah, he corrected us on that.
Yeah, can't just say Toronto, Canada, because he made us realize that's like saying like Danville, United States.
Yeah, you got to get specific.
But and Deontay Coleman from last year, John, I watched him play 2 games last year. I know last night I said I never watched a high school game. I forgot that I watched him play at the Civic Center, but that don't really count because that's in the Civic Center.
That's right. Yeah, that's outside of this type of atmosphere. You know, where the fans are right on top of you, emotions are high. The ceiling is really unlimited for this Logan Wildcat team. You know, everybody that you talk to in Logan has great expectations. Coach Hatcher, he's always calm, cool, and collected. Expects the best out of his boys, and I can't expect we'll see anything less tonight.
And, yeah, like I was saying, Deontay Coleman coming back. He's put on about 15 pounds of muscle this year. And they also have some key backup players. One by the name of Gary Miller, he's just an absolute defensive and rebounding monster. He comes in and just hustles and flies around. He gets in some foul trouble, but that's because he goes 110% all the time. So expect him to come off the bench, along with a sharpshooter by the name of Keaton. And then they also have a big postman, and how appropriate of a name. His name is Shaquille Cunningham.
Well, we'll see if his type of game fits with his name. I know that's some big shoes to step into, size 24 or something, but we'll see what he brings off that bench for Coach Mark Hatcher.
Yeah, let's see if he can be, the Southern West Virginia Baby Shack or something like that.
Brookpoint in all black. I like them uniforms, Logan, in their traditional white and blues. We're underway.
And the tip-off controlled early by Logan Wildcats as Deontay Coleman going to start working on number 3, Cease Carter. Stevie Browning going to hoist up a 3 from top of the key. No good. Rebound's going to go to Trevor Andrews, but he stepped on the baseline.
That was a good rundown by Trevor. He got out there pretty quick to try to recover that ball.
Now back here to the action, number 3, Mario Gills going up to the court. He's going to be stolen away by Stevie Browning. He's going the other end. Fast way, breakaway, point good by Stevie Browning. Now back here on the other end, Mario Gills going a little give and go with Cease Carter. He's going to push the ball up the floor.
Seeing a little pressure out with Hatcher's Wildcats here.
Out of Ryan Corp. Yeah, absolutely. Defensive intensity seems to be the way to go right now for Logan as they force the turnover.
Well, that was a win for them. That was a good trap. As soon as he come across half court, 2 Wildcats right in his face, hands straight up, gets the turnover.
Now Coleman's going to bring the ball back in. And it is stolen away by Cease Carter. He's going to push the ball to the floor. Hoist a 3. Front rim no good. Rebound goes to Deontay Coleman. Now Coleman top the key. Sharp shooting Paul Williamson. 3-pointer back rim no good. Nice box out by number 30, Jalen Cotton.
He's got a pretty wide body, Tony.
He does. That is a big boy underneath. He is a 6'5 sophomore, a center. So Brookpoint, a young team, only 2 seniors on the squad, only 1 starter. So they may, if they're athletic looking today, imagine what they're going to look like in a year or 2.
Yeah, get a few more years on their body, a few more mama's meals.
It's that good home cooking. I miss my mama's good home cooking. I tell you what. Mom, when you miss this, send me some meatloaf.
That's a good block by Deontay down low there, going up on the big man, number 24.
And the bank is open for number 14, Ryan Corp, the 6'3 junior. And now Paul Williamson will cross the half-court line and go the other way, working on number 5, Gills. And he's going to go to the line to shoot 2 as Gills picks up the foul, the first foul on the game on either side.
I like the tenacity out of Paul right there. He went relentless to the basket. He got the ball smacked away from him, regained his composure, was able to go up and get the foul.
And Paul is normally a very good free throw shooter, so we're going to see how this goes. And the score is 3-2 in favor of Brookpoint. Now is now evened up at 3-3 after Paul Williamson as he has now connected on the second one to make it a 4-3 lead. Now running down the floor is number 14, Corp. He misses the layup, and the rebound goes temporarily to Logan. But right back, but Trevor Andrews, get that out of here.
Yeah, it looked good with them big long arms. He timed that just right.
But then Ryan Corp drills another three, his second one of the game. 6-4 is your score as Coleman's going to push the ball up the floor for Logan.
Really excited to see Dante, running the top. We've seen him in practice, how quick he is, and then we get to see him in game mode tonight.
Coleman stuck now in the corner, gets it back out over to Andrews. Nice work in across the lane. Draws the foul on Ryan Corp. Now Andrews will get the first free throw look at this big man, the foreign sensation for Logan High School this year.
When we was down in Logan, Tony, and talked with him, he's so humble. He's well-spoken. This man is going to have, whether he goes and plays basketball or not, he's got the right foundation, to be a good man, be a successful man later on down the road.
Absolutely. You hit it right on the head. Humble is definitely one word I would use to describe Trevor. He's just enjoying the experience of being in Southern West Virginia, getting the chance to play in front of 4,000 people. He said it's not that big. Basketball is a big sport up there, but it's not nearly like it is down here in the United States.
Yeah, the first time he takes the court in the Logan Fieldhouse, his emotions will be running rampant.
Absolutely. 6-5 is your score. A pair of three-pointers by Ryan Corp is the reason for the Brookpoint advantage. But now Brookpoint has turned the ball right back over, and it'll be Wildcat ball. 6-5 your score, 4:45 remaining in the first quarter.
Logan's produced yet another good turnout. I know we spoke about that last game. You look around, you see a lot of blue and gold. It's definitely a home court feeling, not only distance-wise, but feeling-wise.
And we're going to have a foul here on Seth Hayner. That'll be his first, team's second. As Phillip Holm takes the ball out for Brookpoint, he'll get it into Mario Gills. And not Corp. Number 30, Jalen Cotton.
That's a pretty good shot out of that big man.
That was, and especially right there on the baseline. He's listed as their center, showing a little range. Now we have a loose ball foul here on the other end.
Well, actually, Paul just put up a shot right there, and there's a tie wire here. I don't know if our viewers can see it above the rim, but the ball bounced up, hit the wire, automatic dead ball.
Absolutely. Good call there, John. We're now back here on the other end. Number 3 sees Carter, giving over to number 24, Phillip Holmes. Now down into the corner to Corp. Corp sees Carter. Over to Cotton. Shot no good. And now Williamson comes up with a steal on the errant pass from Corp. Williamson now finds in the corner Hayner. He's going to kick it back out to Williamson. Three-pointer, no good. And nice box out there by Phillip Holmes of not allowing Stevie Browning to get to the ball. And now it'll be Brookpoint's ball.
Yeah, that was a good experience play right there. He knew that the last person to touch the ball was the white team, and he kept the ball dead, really, in essence.
As the Crimson Hawks cross the half-court line, Gillis to seize Carter, now with the ball. Now over to Gills, who hoists up the long three. Side rim, no good. Rebound goes to Andrews. He's going to go down to Stevie Browning, but he made a move before he put it on the ground, and that's traveling.
He got a little ahead of himself there. He saw an open lane. He just took a step before he put the ball down.
As now sees Carter will bring the ball back up the floor for Bridgepoint. Used to that Clarksburg ball. Number 24, Phillip Holmes, working it around and gets it back out to Mario Gills. In fact, Phillip Holmes, he goes up with it and completes on the jump shot.
Yeah, Logan's sitting back in that 2-3, and really Brookpoint is picking them apart at this moment.
10-5 is your score. Brookpoint